Good morning, this is Keloland on the go with all you need to know news and weather as you start your day.
The A Street Bridge is in focus in downtown Sioux Falls.
Surveillance video in a trial appears to show Jubal Rattler shoving Doris Hyelk off a retaining wall here onto a pathway. She died. He is charged with her murder. He has pleaded not guilty.
The retaining wall has changed when compared with 2025. It now has a triangular structure on it. This week we met with Maria Standing Cloud, who tells us she's slept under this bridge.
When it rained, we climbed way up underneath there.
Standing Cloud now has stable shelter. She's hopeful to get her own place at some point.
One person was taken to the hospital after a pickup versus person crash in Rapid City on Wednesday morning.
Police say it happened at the intersection of Campbell Street and East St. Patrick Street just before 7 o'clock. Authorities say a pickup was turning when it hit a person in the crosswalk.
The person suffered serious injuries. The driver of the pickup was given a ticket for failure to yield to a pedestrian in a crosswalk.
Rapid City Fire Station 1 is now home to the first Safe Haven baby box in South Dakota. These baby boxes provide a safe, anonymous, and secure newborn surrender in crisis situations.
More than 50 children have been saved through the baby boxes across the nation through the 10 years they've been active.
You know, these cases where these babies are abandoned, it's very unpredictable, where it's going to happen, how or when or how often. You don't know. We might have a box and it might be 2 years or 3 years before there's a baby surrender, but it might be in a day or two.
The official ribbon cutting will have several dignitaries present and will take place at Fire Station 1 this Saturday.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
All right. Good morning, Travis. Good morning, everybody. We'll have a warm day today. Temperatures well above average, mostly sunny skies. Westerly winds today may average around 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll have some stronger winds across western South Dakota, where Rapid City can hit 60. 55 today. I would say at least 55 today in Sioux Falls. 51 Mobridge, 46 today in Aberdeen. And Brian will have some changes in the weather coming up as he'll update the forecast for you. So stay with us.
Thank you, Scott. Reptile Gardens in the Black Hills is providing an update months after a fire that left some animals dead.
The fire happened in November at an animal holding building that housed tortoises and alligators. Some of the animals were killed in the fire.
In a post on Facebook, the animal curator at the zoo says the cause of the fire was electrical. He goes on to say the zoo is getting some alligators from Texas, and some of the tortoise eggs that were in the building have hatched.
Reptile Gardens opens for the season on Saturday.
An annual reading program returns to Siouxland libraries next month.
The Everybody Reads program launches March 1st and runs through the end of the month. The goal for the community this year is to read 500,000 books.
If that goal is met, sponsorship contributions collected by the Sioux Falls School District will be given to reach literacy. This year's theme is Tales on the Trails.
In coordination with the anniversary of America happening this summer, we wanted to focus on everything that our state has to offer. So we're highlighting landmarks, the history of South Dakota.
Last year, the community read around 430,000 books, surpassing the goal of 350,000.
The Toy Lending Library is hosting the Great Toy Roundup.
The Toy Lending Library is asking local businesses and groups to collect new and gently used toys to be donated to the nonprofit.
The items will then be added to the organization's toy boxes, which are designed for children ages 0 to 5.
Your biggest learning development is before you go to school. You need to learn a lot of skills before you're ready to start school. And you learn a lot of those skills when you're playing. And especially if you have caregivers that sit down with you and put their phones away and interact with you.
The toy boxes are free to check out at nearly 24 Toy Lending Library locations across eastern South Dakota.
You can also drop off toys at the nonprofit's main office at the First United Methodist Church in Sioux Falls.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another Check Your Weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, watching your weather forecast today. Overall, pretty quiet. Looks like a mild afternoon. A lot of folks here will be into the 50s. So take it in and enjoy. Nice little break in the cooler weather, but it is going to be limited here. We already start to see some pattern changes starting tomorrow. It's going to be a mild beginning of the day. A lot of 30s overnight tonight. tonight. The wind will continue to stir things up a little bit. We'll get off to a pretty quick pace in the morning. So we think the chance is there that we still get some 60s in far southern KELOLAND. Sioux Falls will be awfully close to that, but it is a timing issue. If that front comes in literally an hour or two faster, then we would end up not probably hitting 60. But we can still get mid-50s very easily. Look at Aberdeen, though. We're starting to cool off in the afternoon. That north wind will take over, and then, of course, that's going to set the stage for much colder weather Saturday morning. And don't forget about the snow chance that is going to come in to the pattern. This is going to be a band of snow that will be from central North Dakota. It'll run through the northeast. I think still it's been consistently showing most of the snow north of Sioux Falls. Will that continue to the end? That's the question here. And obviously, we're going to mention snow chances in Sioux Falls, but we want to hit those probabilities higher for Brookings, Watertown, and Aberdeen and Sisseton. So can you pick up a nuisance snow? Absolutely. And by the way, it is going to be a little fluffier snowfall. I think given these temperature forecasts in the northeast, if that snow actually overlays right through this region, that's kind of how we see things. Western South Dakota, not quite as cold, but it'll be in the 30s. Sunday, too, we'll wrestle with these below average temperatures and even a separate little piece of energy coming through the jet stream pattern could lend itself to a few more hits of snow. We think things will start turning around getting into early next week. Monday already, maybe even a shower chance in south central South Dakota. And then kind of consider everything after that a work in progress, okay? We've got numerous things to examine for next week. Here's a closer look at Saturday. Again, you'll notice most of your snow bands north of Sioux Falls. So just to reiterate that. Let's quickly go to your forecast. 57 today in Mitchell, 58 in Winter, your 7-day forecast. So I just want to add a couple of words here to days 5 through 7. Right now, the biggest takeaway is we're starting to warm back up. We don't see a lock-in yet of storms, but if you work your way out a little bit beyond day 7, there are some pretty big pattern changes going on in the jet stream. And we think that eventually will bleed into our forecast. So I just want to give you a little early bird heads up here that I know we're sitting out there near 50, but the weather pattern is everything's going to start coming in out of the southwest. And that is a big deal because that's how we get more active systems. Whether or not that all reaches KELOLAND is the next question up for business. And obviously, we got plenty of time to watch any individual storm tracks. But I'm comfortable by saying temperatures are a little moderation there by days 5 through 7. A cold or a chilly weekend, though, for us with those chances of snow. Most of that, again, will be in the northeast. Okay, that's weather. Check out the latest details on the forecast online at KELOLAND.com.